Gonna be broken, buggy, probably not even that crazy good, but it's still gonna be fun for a while. And then it's gonna bring a whole bunch of mods in, so it's gonna be fun for a long while for some people. For some people, it will even bring jobs, making mods, funding themselves with Patreons and stuff, right? For some people, it will make actual jobs through the modding to find actual works, because Bethesda already had hunting some of the modders. And for everyone else, it's just gonna be some fun stuff to kill some time. I don't even really like the Bethesda's concept of games too much, but I do enjoy it. I actually do have fun with it still. You're right. What game was crazy good in the last 2 years? I mean, true. The standard at rock bottom. Yeah, I mean, that was actually a good time for them to release the game. Yeah, the expectations and the standards are pretty low already. That is true. That is true, huh? Alright, let's see. The key net 50% already. That's no key prices at least for that. That's not a bad price at least. The RPG sale. Let's see, what do we have an RPG sale even? That's trending. Kick. Have it for free. Not director's cut though, but whatever. That will do. That will do. Then Wolsen is on sale. It's time. It's time to buy some Wolsen. Oh, there. On the Baldur's Gate Pathfinder on sale. Nice. Now the second one somewhere else. I'll need to think about it. Maybe I should try to acquire. Even though it's a pain. It's a pain to acquire nowadays. The Hand of Merlin. Out of nowhere here. June 14th, 2022. Damn son. Probably seen that, but don't recognize. 50% discount, mostly positive even. Crow Team developer. Turn-based roguelite RPG though. Roguelite stuff, alright. Not sure then. CLSA. Non-linear narrative. Turn-based strategy, but unfortunately another mediocre title using the slate aspire choose a lane mechanic. I see someone didn't read the roguelike part. Actually, it says kind of like not the best roguelike. No replayability. 75 hours. Start to lose replayability, I say. Your roguelikes without replayability sounds kinda like a why. Why are you roguelike, dude? Why you even trying? Let's see. Tower defense survival. The ultimate tower defense onslaught. Kinda like the art style. The old school RTS inspired sci-fi adventure. The game style is kinda nice. Doesn't it remind of something old now? Positive, pretty cheap. And not in the tower defenses though. And yeah, for some people might be quite good then. nice classic tower defense. Alright, any Molden? Don't tell me how I have to spend my points. Damn son. Annoying tutorial mid playthrough is unforgivable. Instant refund request material. Beyond this cardinal sin, a game isn't particularly noteworthy. Damn son. This guy knows his tower defenses. The exquisite enjoyer. Dragon Age 1 released being hated because too casual? Oh, I don't know. It's only probably among like some very, very giga hardcore people. Yeah, I don't think so. I haven't heard that. Because there was like already a bunch of games that were not following the dice logics and were completely fine by that time. So yeah, maybe there was like some community or something of elites who were molding, but yeah, I think Dragon Age Origins was very successful. I remember only good stuff about it on release. And like the magazines were all fucking coming. The second one, everyone was molding about, but again, not because of the dices and stuff, but just because they basically kind of like pulled the lazy one, just like reusing the same area a lot. So people just kind of called it low effort and disliked it, and there still were people who were enjoying that. Well, I mean, if you compare it to Neverwinter or something, maybe. But yeah, I actually... Like, I remember Neverwinter, you know, back in the day. Played a little bit. Like, around release time, I think. Just a little. Didn't get into it whatsoever. And, yeah, I don't remember, like... This someone molding about Dragon Age Origins. There maybe was some people back then, but yeah, all I heard was like a lot of people like always praising it, and whenever I kind of just quit it midway, no one understood that. Everyone was like, "What the fuck, man? It's the legend, it's the classic," and that was on release too, or maybe a bit later than release. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's one of those cases probably when you just kind of like, you know, see from inside some sort of community or something. It's kind of like we all, like, you know, laugh at like FIFA or something again every year, like Call of Duty, and that's like giga successful because, you know, we just see our own bubble here inside. Bubbles inside bubbles, even, I would say. And the boring to play? Well, I mean, I kind of ditched midway, so I'm not sure it was like that crazy amazing. It was good. Like the companion relationship systems were pretty nice. But yeah, I picked like a shit skill set for sure with the rogue thingy, whatever, archer. That was super boring. But yeah, I don't think there was a lot of elitism around that one. If you would be like on some, I don't know, maybe like some sort of like RPG codex or some other community of like huge RPG enjoyers, then yeah, maybe they were molding. But they probably were molding about everything, including like Fallout, because that also doesn't follow the dice mechanics, and probably a whole bunch of other ones too that were successful. And that's the playway. We saw this one already. I mean, it's playway, so we saw this one already like many times, just with different skin. The indies lies. Damn son, why would the indies lie? Roguelike deck building. Deck spark talents, discover runes, assemble your team with partners cards. As they got the card stuff with co-op. No, it says single player. It's probably just kind of like Banners of Ruin, I think. When you can have like multiple, yeah, I guess characters and they all have their own cards and stuff. The Fallout fell off screen is well, I mean, like after well, I mean, the thing is like it's with every RPG. And the only people screaming are mostly just like a bunch of like super giga old school editors who maybe don't even think that way, but they just kind of, you know, want to signify the fact that they are, you know, old friends and they are editors. That's when there's always, you know, like those who enjoyed Fallout 1 were shitting on Fallout 2. Then those who enjoyed both, they were shitting on Fallout 3. Those who enjoyed Fallout 3... Those who enjoyed Fallout 3 already took everything. I guess some still were molding about Fallout 4, I guess. Some people maybe still even dislike the Fallout New Vegas. Well, I mean, yeah, there were some. Like I even know exactly what kind of arguments those people had, 100%. And I can replicate one. I can be a mimic easily. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. There's always gonna be that. Things were better back in the day, dude. They don't do them like this anymore. Yeah, so you just get the partner, you know? The Fallout series is alive because of that? The Fallout series is alive because the company that had money bought it from the company that didn't have money. That's pretty much it. Like, it could be alive in any other shape and form. If there will be different studio buying it, to be honest. But yeah, people were hating Fallout 2, those who played Fallout 1, so... Then both of them hated on Fallout Tactics, by the way, that also was a thing. And then they all together hated on Fallout 3. That kind of looks alrighty. Damn son, they got all the fan service there for sure. The price is alright. Yeah, I'm still waiting when someone will. I guess it's not that simple though to make some sort of like co-op and roguelike deck builders. Like the one that will nail that probably gonna go very successful. Additional DRM layer, damn son. Still the meh. Let's see. Now Woloop. Casual puzzle, free to play. So I think we saw last time. Sokoban. Another free. Yeah, this banner I don't even know. Like handshakes. Like what is this here? It's like dude is holding like some huge food with his arm or something. I'm like always looking and not understanding what it is. I guess like another person. Oh, he's like oh yeah, it's kind of like the hand from here, and it shakes his hand. I guess. Probably. I see, so good, right? That's a stylistical choice, brother. You don't understand. And the One Piece is doing good, 3% positive, They actually got like decent price too. I respect that. I respect that. Bandai Namco is still being good for us somewhat, except for Elden Ring price, of course. Game sucks, I hate it so much. 13 hours, damn son. What a guy. Hey Bjorn. $33 hours. Seeing the game on streams, it's too easy. The top review, yeah. Dive to crush prioritize, I see. That's how you snap some points for your comments, dude. For your reviews. Yeah, bosses usually maybe it's just the case of, you know, the game difficulty or something. And maybe if you set the difficulty better. Maybe then it's not that bad, eh? Quit the playthrough after like 7 hours, how so? Just too on. It's JRPG though. I feel like with JRPG, you can easily hit that problem there when you just get stuff a bit too repetitive. So it's kind of hard to balance things around. I'm going through an unexplored dungeon. This deck building turn-based roguelike focused on dice combinations. With enemies by combining powerful dice on your board. Boost their effect with synergies and risk it all hoping for a good roll. You play the froggy too. The frog meta continues. Alright, we'll play as Pepe. A prologue. Oh, let's check it. We'll check it. Probably gonna be on next fest and stuff too. So I could check it then, I guess. Actually, well, why not? Just out the library. I will check it. See, so okay, see. Well, you're designed to be competitive, but people take them seriously? I guess sometimes, yeah, that's true. Hey Steve, good morning. How you doing? Commission some bees. 0. Play for free. A paid artist to hide the bees in 10 pieces of artwork. Can you find them all? Warning, relaxing. That's pretty nice. That's how you game dev, dude. Yeah, just commission 10 arts with the hidden bees. Easy. Just find every bee. They have an intervention for Steve, yeah. +1,000 bees and 10 unique artworks. Unlimited hints if you get stuck. Restore a small number of bees to a painting so you can find them again. Additional bee-related objects to find. The music and ambience for each artwork. Achievements, use your keyboard to move zoom. If you have no scroll wheel, 3 save slots, reset progress entirely, play again. Damn son. That's some good stuff. This is like the free edition. Yeah, there's a full one. Yeah, that's the full one. Commission some B0. So what's the difference with the full one? Yeah, this already wasn't. I mean, still I would say quite a success though. Commission some D's, yeah. Commission some bunnies, and then this guy's gonna be farming now. I mean, why not? Seems good. I guess it just became free because it's the same features. Yes, they are. Time to get the AI to commission to hide things, all the things. Yeah, you can hide some D's though. Then you need to got them, all of them. Oh, that's the space survival thing. Yeah, it's mostly positive now already. They fixed some issues, I see. Multiplayer sci-fi survival. Yeah, so last week was mixed though, I think. Online single player. What? The fuck is that? Explore the game world on your own. Without other players, however, the online features are there to help you, such as your progress is stored online, allowing you to play from any computer. Access in-game chat to ask other players and moderator questions. There is also available to help you if you encounter some rare bug or problem. Oh, that's how it's told, alright. The space rust there, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of stopped being like very excited for the space survival stuff, like Ark 2. That's what I don't mind. The rest I kind of don't really care too much already anymore. I had my phase. I had my phase. Then if anything, there is No Man's Sky for that too, a little bit, somewhat, especially for single player. Literally adjust the survival. Well, yeah, like different stuff there, like underwater and there's space probably also. I guess I would guess the Stars End and stuff. So I guess they have a little bit of everything. Yeah, with ships and everything too. Space colonization. So it has a little bit of everything. And the toad race too. The spaceship's engineers, yeah. Multiplayer if it runs fine, might be okay. Subnautica. Oh, for single player for sure, yeah. For multiplayer, it's already a little bit. Yeah, I played all these before multiplayer. I don't really like play single player survival. I'm just like, okay, don't really see the point really. Like some Ark or Rust, sure. That's where the fun is, but single player survival kinda, eh. Now this again, so that one before, the empty shell a prologue. The screenshot may contain mature content. You never hide the fucking wee booba and stuff behind that though. Oh, it's this one, yeah, okay, remember. Prologue, so this last time. The roguelike. The roguelike. Pretty good reviews on this one. Pretty good, eh? Yeah, Haunted the Top. The Deep Hawk Galactic. And Elden Ring still there. Yeah, I wish I'll play Subnautica so many times that, yeah, I never really got to it myself. Econ, hello. Yeah, I wish I a little too many times for that. Yeah, you doing still, hell yeah. You know it, you know it. Mahokianshi soon, 24th. I could wait with that a bit, we'll see. That's the PPG publishers. That's the ones who constantly, like, you know, message you, like, oh, yo, you want the review key? You want to try our game and everything? It's releasing soon. You answer, like, yeah, sure, of course. And then nothing happens. So I kind of feel like they have some issues with, like, an email or something. Or maybe, like, my email or, like, server or something is getting, like, filtered in spam or something for them. I don't know, which I, like, first time I think I had the issue like that. Very PP again. Might be kind of interesting though, we'll see. Think you can't doing good, doing alrighty. Doing alrighty. How are you doing? This one might be nice overall, but we'll see. How's the pause? Neptunia, sister versus sisters. Damn son. Probably wishlisted by Zed already. Idea Factory. And the Giga Weeb stuff. A full Weeb mode. Hero Hugs, hello. How you doing? Yeah. Wishlisted by Zed already, of course. I'm not even surprised, dude. I'm not even surprised. Who I would have thought? See what I see. True. I know the feel. Early 2023, 24th of January even already. The beta sign observer. Oof. It was only Z though. Other weeb should usually have more people wishlisting it. Hindimon Corporation. That wasn't Playway? It wasn't Playway actually, like the start. No, it's not. Someone else. User games, but it's not a simulator. Like, dude, I can't see them anymore. At least make those that have like some humor and everything going, you know, some meme stuff. Then it's doable. All those simulators, dude. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Cozy peaceful sandbox game, growing tiny and lovely plants. Damn, that doesn't look like cozy, man. It's like micromanagement galore and everything. Insane, especially in speed up trailer. Like, that doesn't look cozy. It looks stressful, dude. The overheat. Posture, don't forget to water them all. It's probably not as bad, obviously. Just the trailer speeding up. Watch your dream garden come to life. Release in 6 days. Pretty much, Steve. Seems like it. Oh, there's like different maps, so you can go outside and everything also. There's a lot of demand for those, seems like, lately. A lot of people playing some of those, just like, you know, the super relaxing ones. Which you would think are very simplistic and nothing really to do. The plant Tamagotchi. Yeah, I would rather take some Tamagotchi, dude. There's probably something like that already, but yeah, where is the Tamagotchi, man? It's time to make our own. The post-apocalyptic Tamagotchi. Watch Dogs Legion coming soon, 26th of January. There's gonna be probably a bunch of molding over Ubisoft. Similar to Rust and Dark Souls 3. Not sure about that. Not sure about that, dude. I think neither. I think neither, really. Okay, that's the okay. Yeah, the idle games people like a lot nowadays, for sure. Yeah, Religion was alrighty. Heard it wasn't too bad. Oh, the Power Chore. I played the demo or prologue of this one. Oh, it was alright. Another roguelike deck builder. I wasn't bad. Yeah, this one also has like different kind of companions. They have different types of cards there. And still no one is trying to get some co-op going and make it fun. Death in the Water. See, maybe might as well. Depends on the price, but like judging by previous games, it wasn't too expensive, so maybe it will be fine. Yeah, that's gonna be Illa's favorite game for sure. I can see that. Sure gonna like this one. This looks like kind of weird in the slow-mo, but I mean, makes sense though. So what is it? Terrifying sea creatures controlled by death. A vicious giant mind-controlling kraken. Haunts you every move, Scavenge for treasure and upgrades, Like I say, because the 5 and 6 is very weak then. See how it is, Second, stuck. No. Skip this one. Whoop. The Giga Kraken, yeah. Pizza Tower. Fast-paced 2D platformer inspired by the Warrior Land series. Emphasis on movement, exploration, and score attack. Highly stylized pixel art inspired by cartoons from 90s and a highly energetic soundtrack. Cartoons inspirations, I guess. I think I saw something about this one before. There's something like on about the development of this one. Meet the cook. Let's see here. Yeah, platform is not exactly my jam, but looks like it might be nice. Stylistically too. Yeah, wishlisting at all, let's see. I mean, there's like a bunch of Neptunia games, I can wishlist them all. Just check what Zed has in his library. You'll find a lot of stuff there probably. Neptune, Heart of the Elder Tree. Norse mythology inspired a hand-drawn game. It's interactive storytelling and complex puzzles with a rhythm game combat system. In the role of a young warrior named Destra, as she journeys through Midgard to unveil the truth behind her father's death. Has demo, that's nice. Can't wish this then Bjorn, how so? If the combat is like that. I don't know. Not sure. I see Bjorn, alright. Already. So it is actual musical combat there, alright. I mean, maybe. Sometimes some mechanics just feel like, you know, they put them in just to kind of like, you know, get some gamified mechanics going. So, you know, it's a game. I think in fact nowadays you can just not even try sometimes. If the mechanic is there just to be in there, might as well just skip it. Just make like a full experience kind of game with not a lot of active gameplay. Why not? More weeb stuff. The stylish world of Wonderland. The Viva platformers. Not a single player. Not just like companion. Yeah, we can switch to, I guess. Thought there's some co-op stuff there. Release date announcement. That's a lot of text there then. I feel that's too much. And more cute than Weeba. I mean, kind of both. They consider chibi or something, I guess. Not sure. Not sure if that would. Probably. What else do we have? The hidden gems. 80 hidden gemmers. Aquatica out now. Mixed. Oof. Where are we going? Mixed. Give me more time in the oven. Thinking what kind of game it really wants to be. I see. A lot of people are just kind of molding because it's not exactly, they're not getting exactly what they wanted though, in terms of like the city builder and stuff. That's not the first time actually. There's a lot of nuances with like kind of like the city builder, survivals, colony survival games and everything. There's just a lot of like expectations not being met because people expected one when they read like city builder, but developers meant something else, and then people get unhappy. Yeah? Arise in the front. Just sit the music out, yeah. Surely just a coincidence, I say. It looks like Picora. Picora is a ship from Italian, no? Are you calling her a ship? The focus on ragdoll physics. That's an interesting focus point, I would say. Intelligent AI, massive battles, procedural AI cover system. That real-time building system and FPS combat. And all of that single player. Okay. Interesting. ETB-chan. Sim rail playway. They decided to go for the big boys. Time to get some railway simulators. Still those hundreds of DLCs. No one survived. Multiplayer cooperative open world construction survival sandbox game. Alright. Need to say that fast. You and your friends must find supplies and build shelters in this world. Keep an eye on your character needs state at all times. A bad state is likely to lead to death. I'll see. Dead Island 2 at home. Got one day next gen, one day. A lot of horsemen there indeed, Yeah, they got a little bit of everything here. With online co-op and everything too. Seems kind of like barely into mostly positive, but I mean it's probably just like undercooked still a little bit with the early access. Without the option to keybind the tool belt, the game is unplayable, I see. Okay, state and is playable. It brings a bare bones, I see. A lot of potential. See. Yeah, the zombies too. They got a little bit of everything. The ceiling era, no, this one is out, so that one before. Also mostly positive. More Chinese gems there. People molding. Yeah, wants to be Myers Pirates and misses the mark almost every category. Crazy potential. He'll bore you very soon after playing for like 8 to 5 hours. Bad UI, alright. Two pages, two loading screen, and 3 clicks for each departure is going too far, alright. That sounds a little extensive. Maybe a bit too much. Shouldn't stand down, going well. No, still going pretty good. Skull all of a sudden, nice. Skull was 2 years ago already. Oof. And it was in early access for a while before that too. Even more oof. Friends want this game. I haven't played this one yet. Huh. Thought you did it already. This one is pretty nice. Saw it before somewhere. Saw this one before. This one is still kinda okay, but he had some issues apparently. We checked reviews before last week. Dungeon 100. A Dragon Slayer becomes the dragon. Now he's like Vampire Survivors, but like more proactive. Create unique builds without having to grind for equipment. And defeating dungeon boss, you'll take its place. Then defeat your past selves to descend further into the dungeon. I mean, that kind of sounds like an interesting concept. Way to think, though. Yeah, so it's like Vampire Survivors, but like kind of ARPG, like more proactive, where you actually use shit. Classic ARPGs like Diablo and Path of Exile with auto-battler gameplay, I see. The deep theory crafting. It's kind of like chunky actually. Usually Chinese games are a bit cheaper, but still. Yeah, next gen. No way. Ain't no way. Near 15 floors of the dungeon, there will be a dragon. Slay the dragon and you will become the boss of that floor. You must then defeat your past characters to progress further into the dungeon. Okay, I see. So you like win the floor, you become the boss of the floor. With all this shit going on, you need to later approach and kill your previous self. Okay. That probably later gets like a little too dank, I feel. All a bit bland and combos are vastly reduced to what was designed. A barely interactive, mediocre deck building game. Yeah, I think some people kind of just like came here for the deck building. And ended up with Vampire Survivors where you don't really do much. If it wasn't for the fact the game punishes you for a good run by making you become the boss for the next run, I would absolutely love it. Alright. Basically create an impossible raid boss by having too good of a run and might smash your face against that self-built wall of yours over and over and over again. That's a bit of a downside, huh? Like in the long run, it just will become very, very tough. Especially since it's like roguelite, right? So you can just have a bad luck. And after some good luck, God, Hughes, you're just gonna be slamming against that good luck character with bad luck characters for a while. Okay, stars in, so already. A glimmered mirror. Oh, this one. I think I remember this one. The Gripen story, the early access even. Yeah, more weeb stuff, alright. A live gallery, yeah, so this one. The horror puzzle. Very positive, huh? I mean, considering it's not free even, that's pretty good result, I would say, too. That's some dang games, That doesn't wishlist it. I think he's kind of like more focused already on just nip stuff. I think he picked his choices there and his focuses, you know. And not spreading it to other things. I'll see other stories. What do we have? New Year sale. We'll see. You'll see. The Monkey Island. Yeah, Disco Elysium 75% discount inscription. Claim Haven Park for free. Let's go. Why not? Why not? It's Irael. Hello, good morning. How are you doing? Lords of the Fallen for $3. Damn, son. Barons of Ruin for 5 already on discount. That's a good one. That's a good one. Of Works and Men for $1. I got that. I got that. We'll play that one at some point. And it's gonna be another time for another Jinkathon. He's waiting. He's waiting. Down for NGOG also. Rain World though. Downpour is so good. I see. I'm playing that one. Nice, nice. No, Heroes on sale. Best-selling #1 again, bro. Let's go. See Ubisoft. See the shit. I don't see shit though. I can't see haters behind the lawsuits, you know. Lawsuits are covering their eyes. That's how you make the HD remasters. You don't make them, you just make a mod. Maybe one day they'll return to franchise and do something good with it. And Cyberpunk was actually $60 game. Not even 70. And not 80. Damn, son. How could that be? How could that be? You'll buy and play Heroes one day. Damn, son, you should. You should. Who even buys it at this point? Everyone already owns it. I mean, hard to say. I think more and more people want to partake a little bit, you know. The Twitch category is quite alive. So maybe like some people get exposed to it. through some other streams, you know, and see that, you know, that's actually kind of good stuff. That's actually kind of good stuff. Now maybe more people realizing they have like the shitty HD edition on Steam. And then they actually upgrade by buying the original edition. Wait, Sins of Solar Empire Trinity, is it the DLC already? Oh yeah, I think so. Scroll down. A Dungeon of the Endless Definitive Edition. But there is also Endless Dungeon coming. Coming soon. Coming soon. GOG Collection, a shooter pack. I got some Giga bundles there going. What's in the shooter pack? Let's see what people can get there. Line of Sight, Vietnam, Freedom Fighters, Shadow Ops, Red Mercury. That's it. Who? Dead for $20? How about no? Coming soon to GOG. They usually have stuff a little delayed. Whenever developers decide to release it with no DRM, that's when they add it here. And sometimes causing some other fiesta too, because DRM wasn't completely removed or something. Happened. Actually kind of interesting though how the Stalker gonna be there with no DRM then, since it's on GOG. That's an interesting question then. System Shock is not a shooter. I mean, I guess true. Kinda. It should be an immersion simulator then. That's the modern term for it. Yeah, I can say it's a shooter too though. You just go and shoot. Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else is optional. Panzer Dragoon remake already on discount 90% even them son. Yeah, Volkswagen I have on Steam already, so that's the Janky RPG Fiesta. We'll get to that. We'll get to more of that. I already did a bunch. Yeah, we'll do more. Yeah, Shimeg, yeah, true. That's the thing. If it's already on GOG with no DRM, yeah, then there's no point of DRM on other platforms. Because it's already gonna be sailing. It's already gonna be the booty. For some sailors. Under the black flags. Yeah, these guys. Tortuga. Oh, there it is. This one ended up only on Epic, I think, in the end. For a spoken kick. 1,700. You can't even buy anything though here, thankfully. Yeah, or? Wait, did they even allow to buy it here? You're joking, dude. The Square is so like desperate to sell as much as possible of that shit that they even allow it here. Because I think other stuff from Square you can't buy even. Did they really? Damn, son. Not that bad. Let's see. Yeah, how about Hogwarts for 10,000? Oof. That's not available though. That's like the Giga Deluxe edition or something. The $150 edition, by the way. But you can buy it anyway here. This one, I think, you press, you just don't get it, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they actually allowed for a spoken kick. They're desperate then. They are dead desperate. Or Returnal. Ooh, yep. That's the But that's the Returnal even before Aquarinal, you know. Skipping that one. Skipping that one. I think when it's like 80% discount, maybe I would consider. Otherwise, probably not. You should try to lower the price. Yeah, that's they not gonna do. They not gonna do. Ooh, that'll be interesting to see how this will go. This will be interesting. But the thing is, yeah, they're just gonna be like, they're gonna turn on, you know, the maneuver engines, and they just gonna like try to avoid actually admitting that, you know, game was bad or the price was too high for it. They're gonna use everything but that probably. And if they're selling it here, like I don't think anything from Square is being sold here whatsoever outside of Forspoken, right? Sorry, Square. I think like literally nothing, pretty much. Square Evil. Wait, what? Square Enix. Oh, it's suggesting Square Evil. Damn son. Come on, Steam. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. Yeah, Bjorn, yeah. It's only Deluxe Edition is still not available. It's just they forgot to remove the banner here. It's some like Giga Edition, basically. Here's a Tomb Raider, but it still was Square. You press view. You kind of get it, but you don't. Yeah, you can get the digital book, by the way. And language pack. Japanese language pack for free. Oh, shit. Man, I need to get that then. At least I will have the pack, not the game. So Square Enix. Poof. And what do we even have? Some demos. Bunch of demos we have. Because they forgot to remove the demos. The old Lara Croft with mixed reviews. The Tomb Raider, you can buy it though. Like it's there, but you can't buy it. Actually, maybe you can buy this one either. Yeah, you can't. Right. So they just left the page, but you can buy stuff. Just cause, yeah, you don't see anything else even. You can just find like a bunch of like random stuff that they don't care about because they forgot to remove it. Yeah, Forspoken. Geek. Actually not on Steam though. Only on Epic. Maybe because they know that we can actually pay directly on Epic. So they want to get at least like, you know, those few sales there, whatever. Fine. Not like we had principles in the first place anyway. What else do we have? Oh, this one in the end. Pretty much the deal, yeah. It just kind of like rolled back everything that Gibbon was achieving over the years. With regional pricing and convenience stores. Back to the wild times, but everyone was just pirating shit. And if you can't, but you really want to get a game, people just make accounts in other regions and that's it. Like all the PlayStation users now became Turkish here, basically. And the Epi story for free. Adios. Wait, hell is others? Wasn't this one out like recently? Very recently. I think it was, yeah. October. I mean, very, I would say still quite recently. Already gonna be for free. Not bad. That was multiplayer kinda, right? So I guess they kinda just want to get more people on board that way. So the game is not completely dead. else? What else? Oh yeah, Colossal Cave. Yeah, there's this one. It's already released. Put it on Steam also. More money on Steam, alright. Interesting. That sometimes started happening now. Mostly positive, not a lot of reviews, unfortunately. There's the super old friend stuff there. Whole school reimagined goodness. A faithful remake of a really antiquated and frustrating game. Let's see. Requires tons of playthroughs to beat. Puzzles and exploration rely on too much random chance, just like the original. $40 for a remake of an old text adventure just feels a way off. I mean, yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, sure, you can say it's like classics and everything. $10 game all day long. Shame on them for charging so much. Yeah, I feel it's just one of those cases when, yeah, it's like the classic. Made by, you know, the OGs and everything. But people appraise it not by, you know, who it's made for or by, but by, you know, what it is. It seems like it doesn't cost $40 overall. Unfortunately. Even though it might be interesting. But yeah. A bit too dank, seems like. A bit too dank. With the old school approach. Bit interesting though, but yeah. $40 could be a bit too much. Alright. This is on Epic too. And Epic is cheaper also somehow. Even though Steam has 10% discount. Even the 10% discount is still more. Alright. I would take that. Thank you, Mr. Epic. At least something decent. And the Iron Life was also cheaper. Kinda available December 2022. I think they forgot to make it available. Coming soon, December 2022. I guess it's gonna, you know, release in the past later. Kinda out? Yeah, on Steam. Oh, the early access and everything. We had the post-mortem from the developers reading a week or two ago, I think. Quite an interesting read, eh? Might try to get that one maybe one day. Gonna help the dev, eh? He still needs to pay back to the publishers, basically. Well, not needs to pay back, but basically they're gonna be taking all his income for a while more. Guess he didn't make back the money they spent on him yet. But got to develop his first solo indie game for free, basically, for $150 or was $200,000. Not too bad, I would say. Not too bad, but still need to pay back some. Shoulders of Giants saw last week. Got like too many categories. Top sellers, most played, top upcoming wishlisted. New releases. Top player rated and coming soon. Okay, I'll see. I'll see. A learning factory. What is this? Initial release in 21. Let's see. Guess it's just getting here now. Build and manage production systems. I see. Craft and sell goods to cats. Finally achieve Catopia. Damn son. Factorio for cats. What do we have here? News. The new generation update. And then like Tuesday Human celebrate Chinese New Year. And these guys keep pumping the live service stuff. That's already saw. Crime Boss Rocky City. When will be this one? It's gonna be a Fiesta 2 probably. This is good, it could be a meme game though. Yeah, is it March? Wait. Yeah, it's pre-ordered in March. End of March. The memes, dude. With all the insane actors on board. We'll see. Maybe that will work for them. I think they're gonna get like a decent amount of streamers probably doing that one. Just for the sake of the meme, pretty much. Alright, stores checked. Let's get to the news. Get that news recap for the week. Real quick. There's not like crazy much going on, but there is some. Hey, for Blue, hello. Hello, sir. Good luck with your work. Looking appreciate it. One second to go close that balcony. Kinda getting cold, damn. Alright. Well, let's go. See what is up. The bad news, well, I mean, not good ones. Not good ones. Just that bad. Some of them you saw coming, like this one. Marvel's Avengers development ending. Team Crystal Dynamics has announced the end of development for its live service Marvel's Avengers game. This comes 2.5 years after the game's fall 2020 launch. In that time, Marvel's Avengers development team released 12 playable heroes, including the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man, a full expansion set in Wakanda, multiple character-focused operations, and several smaller pieces of content. 2.7 update, which arrived November 30th, adding Winter Soldier and the Cloning Lab Omega level threat. It was the final new content for Marvel's Avengers. Crystal Dynamics has planned one final title update version 2.8 to arrive on March 31st. This update will not add any new content, including no additional cosmetics. Instead, it will deliver final balance updates and turn off the cosmetics marketplace. Once this update arrives, credits will not be purchasable. All remaining credits in players' accounts will be converted to in-game resources like units, fragments, upgrade modules, polycharon, and DNA keys. The result, marketplace closure, all the game's marketplace challenge card and shipment cosmetic content will be made free for all players. This means all outfits, takedowns, emotes, and nameplates from those sources will be free for all players starting on March 31st. Official support for Marvel's Avengers will end completely on September 30th. After that time, single player and multiplayer will still be playable, but Crystal Dynamics is unlikely to address any additional issues with the game. The game will also be delisted from digital storefronts at that time. So you can get yourself in the collection. So you can have a collection, you know. And you can say that you own a Marvel's Avengers. You know, and get all the cosmetics for free even. Damn, son. The takedowns, outfits, insane. The value. Well, yeah. I think a lot of people kind of saw that coming. A lot of people saw that one coming. Not really surprised there. PlayStation announces 13 VR2 launch games plus a VR update for Gran Turismo 7. Before your eyes, Kayak VR, Mirage. Pablo VR, Pausing Places, Song in the Smoke, Rekindle, the Synth Riders, Dumper, NFL Pro Era, What the Bat, Res Infinite Tetris Effect, VR, alright. Lost Clockwinder, a Corrida Rise to Glory Championship Edition. I only know like a few from here, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Cynic, I see. I'm missing out on Arkham games. True. I agree. Hello, Johnny. I don't really mind. I don't mind some keep shit. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting a little bit bad chest in my system. I'm fine with that. If the game is good, I don't give a shit. Ubisoft confirms a team-based arena combat game. Project Q has been cancelled. Another one. Ubisoft game known as Project Q leaked early last year before Assassin's Creed maker revealed its existence, calling it a team-based battle arena combat game. Insider Gaming reported yesterday that Ubisoft had cancelled Project Q and now Ubisoft has confirmed that this is in fact true to Video Games Chronicle. How can we live, dude? Project Q became Project L. I think there was a joke already when they announced it, so you know, it just was just fulfilling the prophecy there. Yeah, another one. I call it the team-based shooters and stuff like that. I mean, you can try, but there is plenty of that. That's for sure. Halo Infinite creative director Joseph Staten departs from 343 Industries to rejoin Xbox Publishing. Microsoft laid off 10,000 employees across various departments yesterday, including its HoloLens and engineering sectors, as well as the gaming companies in its portfolio like Bethesda Game Studios and 343 Industries. Yep, it's just gonna be another Hyperscape in their portfolio. They still have some in works though. They have mobile Division thingy and mobile Rainbow Six. And on PC they had some other also. I forgot in which universe, the group shooter or whatever. So I guess we're gonna still get something there. Project A is taken by Riot. True, actually. Yeah. Well, so far Riot is not taking that tail though. Former senior multiplayer designer on Halo Infinite, Patrick Wren, who now works at Star Wars Jedi Survivor, developer Respawn, said on Twitter yesterday that the layoffs at 343 Industries should not have happened. The layoffs at 343 shouldn't have happened and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up top during Halo Infinite development, causing a massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it can be. People I worked every day with were passionate about Halo and wanted to make something great for the fans. They helped push for a better Halo and got laid off for it. Devs still there are working hard on the dream. Look at Forge. Be kind to them during this awful time. He's not wrong. Yeah, true. True. And don't forget the heavy reliance on contractors, vendors, and that messed up system, though I know that's more Microsoft. Former contractors said they would have loved to stay on the team if I could off, and worked my way up. To which Ren replied, the contract stuff is a whole other can of worms, I guess? That pisses me off. Many amazing people and talent that just disappeared. The massive layoffs, we'll get to that one too. I mean, the gist you already got. 10,000 people from Microsoft, and among those is 343 industries and Bethesda. NetEase reportedly disbands team behind Blizzard Games in China. Team of 100 has already seen departures after it was announced a 14-year partnership would end this month. Yeah, so basically they decided to split in November. So now the time is coming. Blizzard asked them to prolong and work like 6 months more. NetEase said no, fuck you, and they just like closed the studio, and then they went outside and broke the fucking statue of what was the name, the Gorehowl or whatever, that was standing outside of the office. I would say quite a dang handling of the breakup there. Let's put it that way. So now Blizzard is quickly needs to find someone else who will be working with Chinese players in their games, because otherwise they're just not gonna have anyone. Now, some stuff apparently still around. Customer service issues in the aftermath. These will reportedly only stay for up to 6 months, so they still got at least something kind of going. But I think they wanted to get like the full team to keep working for like 6 more months, and they said no. They said no and left. Was the case with a lot of studios? I think so, yeah. Microsoft just published in China, the deal goes through. That could be, yeah. They might just like... that might be part of the reason, yeah. I think they just like asked for more from Blizzard, maybe actually, because, you know, they're gonna be Microsoft and stuff. Blizzard said they don't want, and they're gonna find someone cheaper. Well, looks like maybe they want. And yeah, maybe they were hoping that Microsoft, that's gonna be like the Microsoft's problem now, and Microsoft's money being paid, right? To find some sort of like contractor in China, but looks like all the acquisition right now is being delayed because of all the research and investigations, so... I guess they decided to try to maybe hold these guys for now, but too late. Too late to say sorry. Now, Valve's assets from Portal, Half-Life 2 and more leak online. The files, which date from 2016, were shared on Discord. There is like a whole bunch of leaks in the past couple of months, so I have no idea. I have no idea what kind of server got like cracked or something. There was like Duke Nukem Forever on different like stages of development. The Team Fortress, all the Valve stuff. There was Rayman stuff also, like the cancelled Rayman game got leaked and everything with all the stuff. Like I have no idea what kind of Klondike they found there. Yeah, works for Blizzard, yeah. And they lost half the fan base by already. Well, I mean, Halo, yeah. I think Halo is just kind of like... I don't know. It was like the main thing for Halo was just like it was like the powerhouse for the Xbox exclusivity and stuff. Now that there's no Xbox exclusivity, you know, the fans of Xbox don't really care about it too much because it's not their own little toy that only they play. And yeah, when you have like not the best launch, not the best game, then people just kinda not taking that shit anymore. The Project CD, huh? Yeah. So that was a whole bunch of leak. But I mean, I think there is a journey. I think maybe not 2005, like 2003 or something. I don't remember. There is pretty much now. Like someone is actually developing that version now. Some modders and everything. There is like a few levels, few weapons, few enemies already and everything. So that stuff got leaked, and they're working on it. So maybe there will be something. People would care about it being on Xbox. No, I mean, people do care about it being an Xbox. It's just it's not an Xbox only anymore. So, like, you know, the part about the exclusivity kind of gone. So it lost this, like, the elitist exclusive, you know, feel to it already. So people don't really, like, people care less about it, in my opinion. I feel so. I feel that way, at least. If anything, people who are like huge, you know, Xbox fans and everything, they probably even like not happy. It's kind of like the same as like, you know, whenever Sony like releases something on PC and there's like the Twitter turns into the shit fest because like there's a bunch of people molding how they got betrayed and everything. That could be the same effect there, sorta. PSA Google Stadia shuts down today on January 17th. It's over. Stadia is gone. Now you can update the controller at least so you can use it somewhere else. Before that it was just useless completely. Now at least you have a controller left. You know, at least something out of it. It's on PlayStation, still on Switch. Well, it's like I think exclusivity mostly kind of works as a kind of like marketing thing when it's like for one platform, because then it's just kind of like this like the elite product. Like people gonna go on all the Twitter wars, like oh shit, like Halo's better, no God of War is better, you know. And now it's not exactly their exclusive, so like the PC people in general kind of don't really care, like. About all those exclusivity wars, right? Because we usually don't really get anything big, but in the same time we have all the indie stuff usually on PC, so you kind of don't even go into those wars too much. A guild soon coming to other platforms, I see. Huh? That's good. Huh? I mean, they save like some games from there at least. So at least that's good that they did. Leaked image from Suicide Squad killed the Justice League seems to confirm live service elements. Dimensions Battle Pass, loadout, missions-based structure. So yeah, we're gonna have some Butler Pass there. What else was there? We Breath of the Wild on PC, yeah. See, I think there was some more stuff also of it. Yeah, I think they already confirmed that the Battle Pass is planned, but it's gonna be only skins and everything, but still Battle Pass, dude. Why? Why we do it again? In single player game. So we'll see. It's already not that much left really also, right? Until it's supposedly gonna release and stuff, so they should show kind of more, probably. But yeah, I feel like it might go in the same category with like Forspoken and other beautiful games, especially with the $80 price tag that it's probably gonna get. That's gonna be not the Battle Pass, that's gonna be just the pass. From me. From me, at least. Wait, 1 second. This one I wanted to check. I think I saw this one before, but now it's out. Oh, now it's out. One user review. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, eh? At least there is one, though. That's already something. Can have a dog, eh? Check what's happening there. A whole bunch of enemies there, alright. Abilities, let's see, the rest also there, I see. Keys over allure, yeah. Seems like this one didn't go that well, Support for wider monitors, can go wide now. Yeah, some review copies, I guess, there. Seems like it. Where's the one? The one and only actual one. Can't even see it. It's probably the only one that actually was filtered with language. Not sure why, though. Yeah, all positive, all positive. Turn-based pixel art fantasy RPG, grid-based combat. Surprise. I guess this one just kind of like didn't get any attention from the price is also nice. From the algorithm, and now it's not really getting anywhere far, seems like, even though it seems kind of like the game that that usually would get much more love on Steam. I see a lot of those usually in the popular one, in the popular category. Guess not this time, sadly. Yeah, looks alrighty. EU will reportedly object to a Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal. Reuters say European Commission will send Xbox a parent statement of objection in the coming weeks. The antitrust challenge in the European Union, and they're gonna get... Yeah, so they're kind of gonna stall this one out even longer. Provisional findings by the middle of February. Possible remedies to address any concerns for hearings taking place in March. This is gonna take even longer now. The delays, man. The delays. It was an April 11 deadline to make a decision. Now they're gonna delay it more. Now they're gonna delay it more. Yeah, feel is gonna be with gray hair soon, probably, completely. With all those billions on the stake. This is well, I mean, reportedly kinda works, I guess. I guess that one kinda does work, sorta. But yeah, most likely that doesn't sound that good, huh? Devs object to Indian government lumping video games in with gambling. Dozens of Indian game and esports outfits proposed rules that put gaming and real money wagering under same regulatory purview. Well, considering you have 44 Indian game developers and esports companies, Rejecting government plan that would combine traditional video games and real money gambling games into the same regulatory category. A move that say inappropriate meshes two entirely separate industries. Dozens. Well, I mean, that's just like some signatures, but yeah, it's 44 developers. And I mean, kind of not completely false. Business model, customer engagement behavior, legal environment, and peripheral operations of the two industries are totally different between video games and online games played for stakes. Thus, it is neither accurate nor fair for the two to be clubbed together under the same regulatory framework, as it calls for distinct measures rather than blanket measures to address the unique circumstances of the respective industries. So basically all the guys who were farming those free-to-play games, free-to-play mobile stuff in India, they all molded out all of a sudden. Consortium is asking the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to create a distinction between video games and online games that are played for stakes. Well, you can also get video games with like some random mechanics in this category too. That will do. Hey, Mark, hello. Yeah, if it's all video games, then it's not true. But I kinda have a feeling that you know, most of the games on the market most likely is quite predatory there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed support for gaming and desire to see developers bring Indian culture and folk tales to the world. India also has seen bans for games like PUBG Mobile, its replacement Battlegrounds Mobile India, and Garena Free Fire. So yeah, they're already farming some blocks there. Yeah, titles were banned due to apparent links to Chinese companies. PUBG Mobile was also banned in a number of Indian cities in 2019. As local authorities were concerned it was addictive and provoked violence and anger in young people. Oh, that's classic Pipiego Fiesta. Addictive and predatory though, that's true. That is true. The predatory mobile market, can you imagine? Can't be. Can't be. Nintendo Switch becomes best-selling console ever in France. The hybrid console also was the best-selling console of 2022 in the country. Damn son. The infamous French weebs spoken. According to French publication Le Figaro, the Switch had sold 7 million units in the country since its launch in 2017, taking over the record previously held by Nintendo Wii. The latter had been a record holder for the past decade, having sold 6.3 million units. Figaro clarified that handheld consoles were excluded from the breakdown. No, okay, so they didn't count the 3DS and stuff. Nintendo France managing director Philippe Lavoie told the publication that 987,000 Switch units were sold in 2022 in the country, which made it the best-selling console for the year as well. Switch 2 and oh, not anytime soon. They already said, was it this week or was it last week? I don't remember. Will it be later or was it already last week? I think it was last week actually. They're already stepping up the production. So yeah, they're not, the people were expecting that they're gonna like calm down because already so many, like 7 years, right, or something for Switch. So they expected that it's gonna calm down and produce less, but they're only increasing the numbers of production. So don't think they plan to anytime soon. Yeah, it was Wii. It was Wii. Well, to be honest, actually, the Wii was Wii and 3DS and stuff were mostly kind of like over like many places were the record holders, surprisingly. Like DS or 3DS, I don't remember, and Wii usually are the biggest ones. It might be. I mean, they still sell all the Switches and all the games for Switches, so you know. They just farming. China's game market drops for the first time in 2 decades. Chinese game sales were down 10% in 2022, with the mobile decreasing 14.4% year on year. RIP. $39.7 billion video game sales in 2022. Number of players also slightly decreased, 0.33%. Well, that's not anything crazy, but still. Yeah, I guess the lockdown in Corona... Well, actually, to be honest, in 2022 was still quite the lockdown and Corona galore in China, I have to say. Maybe in the rest of the world, not really. But in China, it still was. And only recently started to kind of like get out of there for the grass touching. And it still dropped even with that. Mobile represented 70% of the Chinese market. They become productive citizens. The esports business was also on decline. Man, 21.3 billion esports business. Holy shit, alright. Not bad, not bad. Whole industry is under pressure, as association commented, pointing to factors such as COVID-19 restrictions, which, I mean, kind of should increase the amount of people playing. Also strong competition from overseas consumers spending less, and issues with recruitment, among others. Alright. Some semantics things, how so, Nation? Yeah, that was for kids, yeah, yes, Dave, yeah. That is true, that is true. You know, not approving a lot of games either. You got 512 game licenses approved in the country last year, including 468 domestic titles and 44 games from overseas. Sharp decrease compared to the number of games approved in 2021. 679 domestic games and 76 imported titles. 50+ million PS2 sales in France. In France alone, 50 mil. That sounds quite a lot. That sounds quite a lot. That sounds a bit too much even. Is it? Is it? Let's see. How much was it? Yeah, PlayStation sold the whole Europe, 55 million. So, yeah, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, PlayStation sold 158 worldwide over all the time. So, yeah, I kinda doubt it. I kinda doubt it. Since release, yeah, since release. Since release, worldwide 158.7 million as of... Wait a second, that was... No, wait a second. Worldwide over the time... No, wait. Well, I mean, they don't... Wait, they don't track it, I guess, anymore or something. Yeah, they don't track it anymore, it seems like. So it's like not until today since release, but at least January 2013, which, I mean, I don't think there was any more produced at that point. I doubt it. A best-selling video game console, let's see, huh? Oh yeah, it actually did overtake the DS by like less than 1 mil, seems like. Interesting, alright. I'm not sure when though did that. Like, do they count like the used one being resold or something? Or how does that work? How does that work? Switch taking over PlayStation 4, yeah. Yeah, I thought the US was higher. Well, I mean, they are really close, though. That is true. But yeah, it's 155 million, so yeah, it's like France would be just like 1/3 of all sales. That doesn't sound right. It should be more than 7 mil, but kind of hard to say though. Like if all Europe was 50, it should be more than 7 mil though. I have a feeling it should be more. If the whole Europe was 50, it's still, you know, like one of the biggest European countries after all, so it still should be quite a bit. It still should be more than 7. But I mean, hard to say, hard to say. Hard to say which sources they use there. They could use some sort of like different sources there for that too. Yeah, PS4 probably would, yeah. I mean, actually, Pro version I think is considered there too, right? Was it? One moment. I think Pro version does count there, actually. Oh, yes, by region actually there. Thank you. Even by region. Japan, China. Still probably goes on the... Actually, no, I might. By Europe. Western Europe, France. There it is, yeah. PlayStation 2. Where is it? 4, 3. They have no numbers on 2. Seems like they don't have any numbers on 2. It doesn't seem like it. But I mean, 3, 4, 6 mil and everything. Yeah, Switch 7 mil. V6.4. Yeah, the DS sold like crazy. How much Germany, for example, then? They also don't have it here. PlayStation 3. Oh yeah, that's only like... Yeah, so there's like no data really, so... It's hard to judge there. Yeah, this is the fresh results at least. So PlayStation 4 was 6 mil there. And this one, let's see, I think 4 also had all this stuff. Was it? What was the legend for this stuff there? Background shading indicates console currently on the market. Dedicated game, alright. It doesn't say really, does it include the Pro, or is Pro a separate one? Steam Deck. Yeah, I'm not sure, it doesn't say. Link for all PS2 sales there. Ventura, drop it. Drop it. Did they have it there? And where did they get that? Where did they get that then? PlayStation 2 sales. So they have that there, but not on there. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that I saw already. Yeah, it doesn't say exact. We were just trying to figure how much sold in France. But yeah, it's like could it be the biggest one compared to Switch or not? Hard to say. Hard to say. It doesn't have the number for countries. Can't find that. That we saw. PS2 best selling, but no country actually bought it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I guess they only measured how much they like shipped, but not exactly where. Alright. Yeah, I think there's just like no detailed info on that. US game spending dipped 5% to 57 billion in 2022. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the best-selling title of the year. Nintendo Switch led console sales by units sold. Software comprised most of the year's revenue, 84%. Call of Duty best-selling game, Bandai Namco Elden Ring followed the second. Madden NFL 23 was the third bestseller. God of War Ragnarok was the best-selling game on the PlayStation consoles. Well, surprise. It's not like there was that much else to play. A lot of exclusives. Yeah, I guess Horizon though. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were number 1 on Nintendo platforms. Forza Horizon 5 was the top Microsoft exclusive throughout the year. Yeah, because there's probably like not much more. Unlike software, hardware sales grew with console revenues reaching $6.57 billion last year, up 8% from 2021. Because stock is growing, so... French PS2 sales passed 2 million. Well, yeah, it's still... That still says like it's a less than 7 though. That's less than 7 still. No one remembers Horizon, yeah. Seems like it. Yeah, Call of Duty, Elden Ring, Madden, God of War. Yeah, Horizon is in 9th place. Sad. Both games got like sniped. Both games just kind of like got overshadowed by other stuff, and always considered kind of like, you know, the meme with the chat mega loading and stuff about it. Well, in fact, it's the first game I can vouch for. Second, I haven't played yet, but I'm pretty sure it's also very solid. The Mario Kart always there, yeah. The GTA and stuff. The classic. French Union calls for a half-day strike at Ubisoft Paris. Solidaires Informatique demands a 10% salary increase to compensate for inflation. Move to a 4-day work week. Now who's gonna get those huge inflated worlds made then? If you're gonna work for 4 days a week, make it 6, bro. Called for a half-day strike in response to a change in strategy. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot articulated last week alongside a number of game cancellations and a slashed financial forecast for the publisher. True sock, true. How little of the big AAA should you buy? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Group's call for a strike reference comments made in a call with investors last week to trim operating costs through targeted restructuring, divesting some non-core assets and usual natural attrition. A half-day strike will do, yeah. You've called them out for being lazy. Just wait. We have that too. Because Mr. Guillemot and his clique only understand the relationship of power. Solidaires Informatique is calling on the employees of Ubisoft Paris to go on strike on Friday 27 January in the afternoon from 2 to 6 p.m. And we'll get to Yves Guillemot soon. Don't worry. We just need to dig through all those. It's all good. We need to dig through all the layoffs first, you know, and there's still some more. Northern Europe countries always being good to live in. I mean, sure. A bleak dark history. I mean, everyone has that. Kinda. At least some chapters of it. Unity lays off nearly 300. CEO John Richtello says cuts a deal very specifically with overlap as a number of projects shelved. Technology is laying off 284 people. A company confirmed to the Wall Street Journal today. The release reassessed our objectives, strategies, goals, and priorities in light of the current economic conditions. While we remain focused on the same vision, We decided that we needed to be more selective in our investments to come out stronger as a company. Let's see. Dealing very specifically with overlap, and a handful of projects are going in the closet. Alright. Sports viewing technology going to the closets. Layoffs all around the globe. Yeah, that was like interesting infographic, like amount of people being laid off in past like year or something, and shit's crazy, dude. Shit's crazy. Game sales dip 5%, better fire everyone. Yeah. True, true. You know, the thing is, like, this year probably gonna be even more fun. So they all started to prepare their anuses for it, you know. Basically. In the current economy, it's not a good time to bring that to the market. Letting that team go, even though we are thrilled with the work they've done. That sounds kind of PP though. It's like literally you have a team of people working and they just got unlucky enough to work on the product that is not needed anymore. So instead of, you know, kind of like shuffle people maybe a bit or something, they just like the whole team gone. 80 bucks games aren't helping. Yeah, that too. The brunt of cuts came from administrative ranks, including IT security and marketing. Well, yeah, with IT security, especially with all the leaks going on lately, that sounds like a good idea, bro. That's a very good idea, bro. Why this year even more fun? Because the shit is continuing and not going anywhere. So, you know, if last week we still were running on fumes and everything, on supply, on the stockpile and everything, then now it's gonna be like the year of like the big issues. Until there's gonna be some like the supply chain and you know, the economy overhaul that will take probably a few years, and nothing's gonna change unless there's gonna be like suddenly the shitfest gonna stop now, but I really doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon. Already lost through whole winter almost, so that means it's gonna continue most likely until next winter at least. And the Toad field, I see. A million saves in banks, but sales deeping. Let's lay off everyone. Well, I mean, it also was probably kind of like part of the, like, what's the name? Part of the good economy for video games' fault, you know, like, because everyone had those like full of rainbows predictions for the years and stuff, right? Everything's gonna sell like crazy. All the subscribers for all the subscription services will be growing, you know. Everything will be good, eh? So they were overhiring. They were like, you know, like not only like overhiring, I guess, but they were just like basing their recruitment and everything and planning on the false, you know, expectations. The Yuke fired all the artists, replaced them with AI. Well, I mean, so far actually it's mostly like, yeah, like marketing suffering a lot. Right? I think almost every layoff has some marketing stuff, esports stuff getting kicked. IT security sounds dumb. I don't know, why would you? Yeah, it just got like a lot, like basically they got a lot of free money, and they were kind of like, you know, how we make this free money to make us more money. Let's get more people so we can do more work. And they got more people without, you know, optimizing the infrastructure for all those people to work, and it just ended up just kind of like, you know, kind of like basically like raining money over the problems. So now they kind of optimizing that, but you know, it's optimizing in paper, in spreadsheets, but in fact it's just like people being thrown out, you know, on the street. Yes, they pretty much, yeah. Like, the most expensive stuff is actually salaries, yeah. Like, whenever I read some of the post-mortems and everything, right, on video games, like, the most of the stuff and publishers in developers and stuff is salaries. So like the more people you have, like even like 10 people, for example, right? Like I don't, there was like calculations. It was in some postmortem article, I think. I might have that one still somewhere. I don't remember if I saved that one. There were like calculations for one of the, let me see. Ooh, where was it? I hope I saved it somewhere. Let me see. It's about like small publisher with some numbers. Okay, not this. Was it this one? Development so expensive. I don't think it was this one though. Yeah, I think it's not this one. There was stuff with numbers. This is not exactly it. Is it this one? I don't think it was. Probably a different one. New studio. No, I don't think so. No, not this one. Those like numbers from one of the small publishers. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's go. This should be the one. Alright, the White Thorn Publishing. Let's see. So, quick key numbers from the 35-person company. Oh, well, let's see. That was... yeah, that's all the expenses and everything. Let's see. So, 35-person company. Whitehorn overhead includes average employee salary of $51 per person per year. With CEO Dr. Matthew White taking home a salary of $75K per year. 120% of the average employee salary. White's only additional compensation comes in the form of bonuses. Publishing side, Whitehorn Games says the average percent of net revenue due to Whitehorn per title is 28%. The highest percentage of net revenue it has ever requested is 35%, and the lowest percentage of net revenue it ever requested is 8%. That's how much they ask from developers to publish their stuff. Company provides an average of 232K per title. The highest is ever funded is 340K. And it spends on average about 56K in marketing on each game. Alright, there was more, there was more. Yeah, like if 35 people at the company make an average of 51K and White makes 75K, you know that it spends $1.8 million on its staff every year. It's just salaries, basically. If 10% of the team is working on your game, 3-4 staffers, it's spending about 160K on your game every year, just in salaries. If those staffers work on your game for about 2 years, that's about 320K. If a hypothetical revenue split with Whitethorn Games, the publisher, 384K, you would know that most of that money went to funding work on your game, while about 64K went to profits, taxes, etc. Yeah, so pretty much like... it's 35 people company. Now imagine like what is 35 people? That's like less than the amount of people Riot cut with layoffs, right? That is 10 times pretty much less than what Unity cut, for example. Now, so it's like 18 billion and everything for Unity, for example, that was being paid for those people and stuff, you know. And I would say also 56K, 51K in salaries, depending on the region, of course, right? But in some places, in some countries, in some regions, it's not even like that much. Like here it's a lot. There's a fuckload, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but still, so that's the thing. Like, like a lot of, like marketing is not even like that crazy. Like marketing goes like what? 56K. So marketing is basically like if like one extra... salary, sorta. Like the marketing budget is like one extra person in terms of salaries. It's obviously for indie games, right? Like if it's like AAA stuff, marketing will be way higher, but still. Still, eh? You be looking more into mobile games. The thing is, like, you be gonna probably burn on that. There was like a lot of examples now with all those big studios with like big franchises going into mobile and just getting shit on. So that is also like not exactly working that much. Which I'm actually like all up for it. I'm actually happy that like now it might be a bit evil, right? Because obviously it's also studios, but like it's more about, you know, the corporate guys in those studios basically for me, that they kind of like try to get those patterns, right? Like, okay, let's see. Everyone is farming those mobile games. Okay, we just make a mobile game, farm a bunch of money. Everyone's making live service game. Okay, we do the same. You know, like all those strats, they're just getting shit on, and that I'm happy about. That they actually gonna, you know, kind of like let devs do what they feel like might work and everything, right? Instead of just trying to like, you know, okay, we found the settings for the conveyor. Now launch it full power, you know. Which like Ubisoft does, obviously, which like, for example, Activision does with Call of Duty 4. Activision, it works really good, though. For now. I kind of hope they also gonna get reality checked at some point and people will have enough, you know. Kind of hope so a bit. IT security not a cut because they will outsource it. That could be. That actually might be, yeah, that might be quite common, like the emergency protocol. Like back in 2014 when our government went first, you know, flip in the toilet, they got also like a whole bunch of shit going on here in terms of our currency going down and stuff, and a lot of companies kinda didn't feel too well after that. And my friend was working as a coder actually in one of the companies. They were making the windows, like plastic windows and stuff like this, right? Like the Dink windows and everything. And he was like making their like CRM or something, some like custom CRM or whatever. They had like some sort of like management tool pretty much. He was making it for years, you know? And like, dude, you don't make those for years, right? You just like make it and then it works. And sometimes you kind of fix something, sometimes you add something when they ask you, but most of the time you just kind of like sit there like this, creating the illusion that you work. So as soon as, you know, money got tight, you got out instantly. They were just like, all right, bro, like, we're not kicking you completely though, but we were gonna be calling you whenever we need something to be done, and we're gonna pay you, you know, per day, per hour, whatever. So they were just like calling him instead of paying him like, I don't remember, they were paying like back then like 80,000 or something, because before 2014, which was a lot, that was like $2,000 basically back then. And after 2014 he was getting paid like, good month was like 15,000 or something. And also currency flipped, so that was already not like $500, that was already $250. So they instantly just kind of moved him on that manner of usage. You know, when then he also like slid into alcoholism and everything, and wasn't even doing that anyway, so that was over. That was over. Yeah, Steve, that too. That too. It's like, it's basically kind of like all this like hiring too many people and everything is, I mean, that's the fault of, you know, of the corporate people. It's their spreadsheets and everything that they went for. But they're not paying for that mistake from their pocket. They don't paying the salaries to those people, right? Who kind of got overhired and everything just to keep them around and work with it, optimize it. No, they just like kick everyone and that's it. I mean, they still gonna pay them like, you know, the, what's the name? Forgot the English word for that. All those money that they supposed to, like a few months worth of salaries probably. Not 100% sure. Depends on the contracts and stuff, I guess, too. Maybe some people not gonna get even that. But yeah, it's still... They still gonna get their millions of bonuses, though, that's for sure. That they will never forget to do. Severance package, yeah. Thank you. That one. Well, now, after kicking 10,000 people from the company, Microsoft plans to add AI capabilities into every product. CEO of Xbox maker Satya Nadella believes AI products are needed to boost human productivity and drive economic growth. That's how we drive, that's how we increase productivity, and that's how we drive the growth. We just fire 10,000 people. That way we become more productive and the economy is going brrr. Microsoft plans to incorporate artificial intelligence products from ChatGPT and DALL-E 2 maker OpenAI in all of its products, CEO Satya Nadella said in a panel interview with the Wall Street Journal at the World Economic Forum in Davos. We'll incorporate this in our own applications, so you can fully expect us to obviously use AI. Every product of Microsoft will have some of the same AI capabilities to completely transform the product. Happens when AI makes their own windows, yeah. Would kick yourself out if you were CEO, or I see. It's public companies living quarter to quarter, yeah. Well, the thing is that, yeah, especially in like a smaller shapes of business, kind of formats of business, right? Like, yeah, you don't need like QA all the time, for example. Like, you know, you have a project, you have a game, for example, you need this QA for like few months while you like actively patching and finishing, polishing, right? You need QA to check it, and then like most of the other stuff, like I don't know, maybe like few years when you're still kind of developing, still kind of like pre-production, post-production, all that stuff is kind of like a bit of a weird. Like the game is always in production, like you always iterate, you always change things, right? You can't just like, all right, we plan to do this, we wrote a script, and now we just make a game based on that. Like it doesn't work like this. You need to always iterate, always change things. But still, like it's like all this cycle, basically they don't need QA there, right? Sorta. When the game is out and they just need to have patching going on, they also don't really need QA because players now QAing, sorta. That's why they have all the patch test servers and stuff, right? And all that stuff. Like, QA is not needed anymore. So, like, getting the bunch of QA people on you know, like, your company's paycheck is basically a bunch of people that most of the time just gonna, you know, kind of sit there. Yeah, that's when you outsource stuff. That's why it's also nice, well, like, all this, like, acquisitions, the huge acquisitions are not that good, but they at least kind of create the rotation, right? So you can have like Microsoft, for example, now instead of like firing all the people, they could have like their own QA like department, big one even, because they have so many studios. They can just like, all right guys, today you're gonna go test Avowed, tomorrow you're gonna go test Outer Worlds 2, like day after tomorrow you're gonna test like some unannounced shit, for example, right? So they can just rotate, and you can keep them on the payroll and just, you know, constantly keep them busy. Don't need like to outsource or something. Still have to check internally. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like you just outsource or out stuff, and you can have issues still because the quality, you can't control the quality. I was kidding about the ARs. Yeah, they're listening on the Hughes, man. Yeah, big companies don't do the position switch. Yeah, it kind of depends though. It might be just kind of like they don't switch positions horizontally too much, right? Like if you are in one position, you kind of go up also in that line, but you rarely kind of go somewhere else. Even though I guess kind of depends. Like I think a bunch of like game designers basically quite often end up being like producers or something, right? Or like some like narrative dudes and stuff like this. So that kind of happens. But if it's like it's a coder, they most likely gonna be like coding. If it's artists, they're gonna be most likely making art, right? That's kind of how it goes most of the time. And again, like with artists and stuff, right? Also when like the art for the game is already done, like you maybe will need them for a bit to make like some DLCs, some updates here and there, but again, you don't really need them all the time. That's why sometimes you have, in my opinion, I think so. That's why you can sometimes have like a lot of those like services online and stuff, just like doing constant changes in like design and everything. Probably just because there's a bunch of people sitting there who want to keep sitting there on the paycheck, right? Not being some outsourced freelancer. So they constantly kind of like change things, you know. We made the new design and stuff. Do we need new design? Not really, but we still made it because why the fuck not? We have time to do it, right? And then they just kind of justify their existence that way. Yeah, we had this. I remember, like one of our biggest banks made a redesign, but they changed logo and everything. Like why? Like new one like is even uglier than the old one. But you know, they paid a lot of money for that too, for that redesign, like hundreds of millions, just to like change the logo a little bit. Like, bro, why? Yeah, why would you do that? Nadal said AI tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E 2 will boost human productivity, increasing economic growth and raising wages for low-income jobs. I'm not sure how that works, dude. He pointed to software developers using AI tools to auto-generate code snippets as an example of AI that would boost productivity rather than cost jobs. Not really, I don't think so. Because you already get cutting people. You know, that already costs you jobs. So you kind of boost productivity of other people, probably. Want to boost productivity of other people and at the same time cutting other people. So AI will have like kind of the same effect. Like why would you have too many people when all of them already work good? Like you could say you could keep all those 10,000 people around, right? That's just gonna be more productivity then, more people doing more productive stuff. Nah. AI cutting down production costs, yeah. Blade and Liar. Yeah. I mean, he could be like one of those, you know, like visionaries, you know, like he's super passionate about stuff, but like he doesn't really, you know, see how it actually gonna go down there. Because I mean, like I do agree, like all the AI stuff is absolutely like super good for productivity. It's absolutely super good to boost stuff. It's gonna open doors for many people, like in terms of game development, even, right? Like a lot of people who have no idea about like art, music, who just like, you know, just know some coding here and there, even coding to some extent, right? Like someone with some crazy idea of some game will be able to like make it without having like crazy budgets and stuff. It doesn't mean that it's going to be bought and stuff, right? But at least they have an opportunity now to do it. So that's a good thing. But the bad thing is that, you know, all the corp is also going to abuse it very hard. And with no regulations and stuff, there's going to be abused too much. And then things might get a little out of control. European Parliament votes to take action against loot boxes, gaming addiction, gold farming, and more. Commission will also set up a European video game strategy to grow industry and a European video game award. Let's go, dude. It's time to speed up. Time to get into that game dev. And then I'm gonna ask them to let me in, so I can boost the productivity of their gaming industry. Is okay? See. 577 votes in favor. Damn son. So what did they do? The PPA game age rating system. Something that could deliver more transparent information about the content, target age group, and in-game purchases. Alright. Commission analyze the impact of loot boxes. Good. Investigating whether gold farming can be linked to financial crimes and human rights abuses. I mean, if someone is like earning money with gold farming in like Western Europe, for example, yeah, that should be investigated. It's either someone like sitting in the basement with their passport taken away from them, or it's like some student or something who just wants to make some bonus money for like Insta-ramen or something, you know. Because I don't think in the Western Europe you can make with the gold farming and stuff. Well, I mean, we had one person in chat from France, I think, who was living off providing paid carries in World of Warcraft. So, I mean, possible. Avoid. They also call for developers to avoid designing games that feed addiction. Well, the thing is, like, you call for developers to do it, they all say, yeah, sure, true. We're gonna put like some something in our bio on Twitter, like we are for healthy gaming or something, and then they still gonna pump the same shit again, and just like change the name, change the wording, change the style. Can pay for a World of Warcraft sub within a game gold, yeah. But there's also like real money trading and stuff too, like basically. Like, from what the person explained, it was just people, you know, paying you. I don't remember. They even said numbers. It was like, okay, numbers. They just, like, pay quite chunky amount of money to, like, group of people that pretty much just carry them through the dungeon. You're just being added in the group. You basically don't need to do anything. You kind of dead weight there. At least, you know, like, kind of don't interrupt. Maybe help a bit if you can. Can AFK, I guess, even. And they are just like that good, sorta, that they can handle a few dead weights in the group and just like go through it. So the person in the end gets like all the loot, for example, like mounts, weapons, whatever, everything just goes to them, and they just pay real money for that. That's it. So basically all you do is like, you don't run around grinding mobs 24/7, right? Like it used to be. It's just like you have like team already that is like, you know what they're doing really well. They're really good at that shit, and they just like go through the same like process, the same dungeons and stuff, you know. There's also cooldowns on on the raids and stuff, though, I think, right? So like you can't really farm it that much, but I think they have like multiple accounts and stuff too, multiple characters, so they just farming that stuff. Truly amazing game experience. Yeah, you just like, I don't know why though. It's like some guy that's also like highlights the problems with some of World of Warcraft like things, I would say, in terms of like raids and stuff. So basically someone pays like few hundred euro to just AFK in the dungeon to get like some mount or something, or title that they finish the dungeon on that difficulty, so they can like flex it among between like other people, even though like you haven't been there maybe even whatsoever. And that was the situation when developer monetized that very thing. Well, I mean, Blizzard kind of did already. You can buy what's the name? The subscription. You could even, I think, before buy like kind of BattleNet currency, sort of, right? That way, like you could at some point, I think, even pretty much like buy like Call of Duty or something with the World of Warcraft gold or something. But it's still like, that doesn't help though. Like when developers get on that doesn't change a thing. It just makes RMT like it can make RMT how do you say, like compete with them, I guess. So they would need to do some damping and everything, right? They need to reduce their prices and everything, but they still never gone. And they might like lower the prices by a bunch to compete with official channels, and you know, to justify the risk over just paying Blizzard, for example. Yeah, but they still there. They still all there. Design pivots to make sure people want to pay. I actually don't really. Like, in terms of World of Warcraft, I feel it's more about, like, not people want to pay, but people want to play as much as possible. They don't sell you some sort of, like, pay-to-win shit, but they do sell you subscriptions, so they want you to stay there for as long as possible. So they kind of, like, carries really, technically don't really do anything that much. There was like that. There is one RMT thing though when there was some investigations and stuff when there was like the race for world first, right? When people just like grind some new dungeon competitively and make it into content on like streams, make it esports event basically. So there's sponsors for those races, there's viewers, a lot of viewers in those races and everything. And for those races to win those, you need to pump like really hard, right? And then it's the start of the dungeon, so like people basically pay a lot of gold, which quite often they don't have to, because they might be pros and everything, right? But they're pros by training, you know, like the dungeons, training the raids, not by grinding mobs for days. So they end up sometimes, apparently, according to some investigations, spending a lot of dollars to obtain some of that gold that they later pay to get those like early strong drops from other players that can contribute to their success in the dungeon to get through it faster and become the world first and get like, you know, I don't even know what they get to be honest, outside of like, you know, the cookie pretty much and some a retweet from Blizzard or something. I'm not sure what exactly, but I mean they get money off the hype though and sponsors and everything. A European video game strategy that would boost the industry and help unlock its full potential. Creation of a new annual European Online Video Game Award. A report highlighted the positives of this pioneering industry. Dude, it's pioneering already like for like 30 years, dude. Well, 20 for sure. But also social risks we need to bear in mind, like the impact of gaming on mental health. Something that can particularly affect younger gamers. We need to harmonize EU rules, ensuring strengthened consumer protection with a specific focus on minors. But that's good though, because I think if anything, it's only like the government who can regulate stuff. But that's also becomes kind of this like questionable line. What is like too much regulation? What is not enough regulation? Will it be just the loot boxes and stuff, or will it slip into some more regulations, like how too much violence, you know, too much like drugs, alcohol, and then like, you know, here for example it already slips into all this like political stuff, you know, like LGBT stuff that they want to forbid here and everything, you know, so it like it gets all over the place, man. At least here it's kind of like not enforced whatsoever, at least yet, so no one gives a shit about that stuff. But lately became worse though. Lately became worse. Over 18 question that does nothing. Could be could be. BGFG acquires N4G, Tech Spy, and more. Media company also adds Film Watch and Anime Shinbun to its roster. Another one. More acquisitions in these platforms and portals too. I guess that's how they survive though. Because like I feel like a lot of those like websites and stuff, they kind of already not feeling too well as fully commercial entities. So they're just all getting consumed and acquired by others. And then they get consumed by companies that just start like also getting all those websites and stuff to shit. Kind of like with fandom and everything, right? Alright, that we already kind of went through, but there was like updates and stuff. Well, yeah, it's just like that, yeah. Microsoft laying off 10,000 Bethesda games and 343 industries among the studios impacted. There also was, they said that 343 industries will be now just observing the Halo development, but apparently they said it's not true. They still gonna be on the Halo directly, not just overseeing. Not sure who's wrong, who's right. Hard to say. I wonder what happened with Bethesda though. Like who are they exactly cutting there? And what for, really? Because like 343, you could see why, right? There wasn't not the best launch with a bunch of issues and stuff after 2. So you could kind of see that, I guess. Like a lot of people deemed unworthy. Some people probably left themselves because they don't want to be a part of it. But like, what's with Bethesda? They like, didn't really do anything for a while. Maybe that's the reason, though. Maybe they consider too slow now or something. Alright, some brief, short ones. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak sells 5 million copies. Monster Hunter World Iceborne also reached 10 million units sold. Monster Hunter is pumping, dude. Detroit Become Human sells 8 million units, includes 2.5 million copies on PC, on which the title launched in 2019, a year after its PS4 release. 2.5 on PC, 8 million total. I mean, it's quite console friendly there, seems like. The Haley's a pretty cool guy, yeah. Not false, not false. Oh yeah, here's the Manda legend. Report Ubisoft CEO addresses the ball is in your court comment in staff meeting. I'm sorry this was perceived that way, Guillemot said, backtracking on previous statements. Apologized to staff for the comments he made in an email last week. In the context of financial forecast announcing the cancellation and delay of several projects, Guillemot had told staff last week to give it their all and be as efficient and lean as possible. He added, the ball is in your court to deliver this lineup on time and at the expected level of quality and show everyone what we are capable of achieving. The exec faced some backlash, with staff interpreting the statement as a call for overtime and crunch. In response to Guillemot's comments, French union Solidaris Informatique called for a half-day strike at Ubisoft Paris on January 27th. Now, Kotaku reported that Guillemot held a meeting on Wednesday with staff allowed to submit questions ahead of time. One such question read, the ball is now in our court. For years it has been in your court, so why did you mishandle the ball so badly? So we, the workers, have to fix it for you. Guillemot reportedly started the meeting saying, I heard your feedback and I'm sorry this was perceived that way. When saying the ball is in your court to deliver our lineup on time and at the expected level of quality, I wanted to convey the idea that more than ever I need your talent and energy to make it happen. This is a collective journey that starts, of course, with myself and with the leadership team to create the conditions for all of us to succeed together. Conditions creating. Time to get that bonus, dude. Get yourself a vacation, you know. Prepare yourself to pump. Kotaku said Ubisoft's management did not address the call for a strike, but Chief People Officer Annika Grant did reject one of Solidaris Informatique demands, the 4-day work week. I mean, the 4-day work week, I think is a good, especially considering the amount of people they lay off, right? For example, like 4-day work week would solve the problem. Well, Ubisoft didn't lay off yet right now. I think they did last year at the end or something. Was there also some layoffs? I don't remember. But yeah, that would solve the problem. Just, you know, we cut one work day and here you go. Here's a lot of more space for those people to work. But yeah, they don't need that. They don't want that. It was savage. Yeah, it was. I mean, I feel like at this point, like if you're in Ubisoft or something, you can just like go ham. Because like if they fire you for something like this, you just gonna like, you know, you're gonna become a star. Like you're gonna become a martyr basically. If you go ham and they kick you or something, you're just a martyr now. Like you're gonna have a job offer in no time. You're gonna get like a boost of like following in all the social media and stuff. So I think that at this point they kind of like, if you already kind of like know that you are fine, that you're gonna find some other job or something, you can just go ham at them already. 4-day work week would work with a highly brain work focus field. The family, yeah. If it's family time, that's bad. That is bad. Yeah, I feel like management and stuff maybe actually not really benefiting from that. Like anything creative and stuff, 4-day work week is really good in my opinion. Work 4-day weeks, nice. you kind of need some time off for sure, and the more they actually better, in my opinion. It depends on the people too. Like I, for example, prefer just like if there would be an option just to like go ham for less amount of days and then just rest for the rest of the days, I would pick that for sure. And I'm kind of person that, you know, I'm already sit down and do something. Let's do as much as possible and then relax. It gets hard sometimes to sit down and start doing something, though I have to say I'm very lazy with that. But if you're already on it, then I'd rather just like do a bunch more and then rest a bunch more. Overall, I think it's good. Overall, I think it's a good thing. You can do way more when you're properly rested and stuff. Not to mention in creative industries and stuff, you can just like get this, I got the name, like your subconsciousness, you know, like just working on some of the problems and everything, and you just get like those bursts of like the less stressful it is, the better. That's why I have all my like notebooks, like 2 fucking notebooks and stuff that they're in bed actually, because that's when usually you get some ideas that you want to write down. And the more calm, more chill you are and everything, the more you get in those notepads all the time. And we coding end of the month, so soon. It's not going to be coding from the start though. It's going to be first probably just some prototyping and stuff. It's going to be most likely paint open, and we're going to be trying to figure out what's going to be the first thing to make. That's what's going to be, I guess, 31st of January. That's going to be. And then we slowly gonna get to the coding part and stuff. I just like still need to figure out some sort of like proper format for everything, because I most likely will need some video guides and stuff, right? And like watching them on Twitch, for example, would be easy in terms of copyright and stuff, but that would be kind of like weird. Watching them on YouTube, that's worse than copyright stuff, right? So I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see, and I still need to figure out how to approach that better. The hentai game of the table, I mean, you can do it on stream anyway, so for sure. For sure. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. I will come up with something. I'm gonna do some planning. It's gonna be probably slow first, while I'm getting into the rhythm and stuff, especially since like early February gonna be Next Fest, right? Steam Next Fest, so there's gonna be a bunch of demos and stuff going on. But yeah, 31st I'm gonna do it. 1st, 2nd I'm probably gonna be off. Then maybe like actually maybe on the 4th on Saturday or something, then a little bit. Maybe. Because like Sunday gonna be our game show, Friday gonna be First Look Friday, right? So like finding time for everything. I'll figure it out though. Just need to start doing and try to fit everything in and figure out how to do it better, like in which format. Just need to not like rush it too much and everything, because I usually kind of like want to do everything faster and like the most perfect as possible, and it just becomes kind of like stressful. When you just like have so much stuff you kind of want to do, want to fit, and want to do right, and then it just kind of like gets overwhelming. And well, in fact, I don't need to rush, but also if I don't rush, then I'm just gonna put it to the bin later, and then later I'm gonna rush. So, you know, it's still kind of the situation that you can't really avoid completely. Scenario raises $6 million ahead of AI-powered art engine early access. The firm's Gen AI engine lets artists train their own custom art generator, which provided by Scenario, showing training images on the left and AI-generated variants on the right. So that's like something that helps you to create like more variety on the assets you have there, right? Well, that's how it's gonna go for the corporate though, and corporate actually can utilize it better because they're gonna already have like some artists working on like the concepts and everything, right? And then they're gonna train the AI on that stuff, and then they get like all this stuff. 6 million they raised them. Early access launch of the engine. Oh, Twitch co-founder Justin Can also invested. I see. Oculus co-founder, Blizzard executive, former. Style consistent game art. Yeah, so they basically kind of aiming to, like, you know, how you say, reduce the impact of the main issue when you try to make assets with AI is like the consistency of the art. So you kind of just like get like a bunch of completely different things, and they want to make it so it just gets more stable across the board. So yeah, like this one is literally just like you have like one artist, for example, to draw you stuff, a bunch still, maybe multiple, right? You need a bunch of material for AI to learn, right? And then forget about them. The rest is going to be handled by AI. Need the artist to train the AI, yeah. You will, you will. No, you need to sign off work being used as AI templates, probably. Yeah, it's less work for artists anyway. That is true. Which, as I said, like when it's like some small team, small indie developer, like I can see it being good. But the thing is, like, it's mostly gonna be used by like the huge corporate that doesn't really need that. They could afford those artists anyway, right? But they're gonna use that most likely. Which again is also kind of like, I don't know, I guess we just like need to kind of like figure out how to live with that shit. Yeah, yeah. Generative AI will be as transformational for game development as Photoshop has been for digital photography. Adding that digital artists must be empowered to train their own generators and have control over their art. Trained by the developer or artist to match only the style of their own images. Once they upload a set of visuals that define the characters, items, environments, or other assets for a given game or project, the Gen AI engine quickly learns and adapts their defined graphic style. From that point forward, the artist can use their scenario to generate limitless assets with simple word-based prompts. Like if it still would be attributed to the artist, like all the stuff being made by this AI that learned from him, and it would be compensated for that, that would be good. But that's probably not going to be in the contract. Yeah, Alter, I think so, Like, it's just like the turning point, basically. It's kind of like, you know, like industrialization all over again. That stuff just like automated a lot of things and left a lot of people, you know, out of the boat. Now it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be another level of automation that's gonna probably leave a lot of people out there, which is sad. But I think it's not gonna be the last one. There's gonna be more of those like transformative moments that are gonna be changing a lot of things and a lot of people losing stuff. The billionaires will gain. Well, yeah, the working person not gonna. Like like I said, like small developers could kind of benefit from that too. Like it opens the door for people who maybe wouldn't be able to get in before because they have no money. But yeah, it's in the same time also just gonna leave a lot of people outside there. Hard to predict how transformative it's gonna be. Yeah, the thing is like the truth is like everyone basically is in a very shaky position. No matter what you do in this life, the one main thing you need to keep in mind, you need to always think on, you know, what you're gonna do if, sadly. You kind of need to keep that in mind. Until we get some sort of what we need to get, is, in my opinion, this is like some sort of, like the safety for the situations like that. When all those like super revolutions again in automation, industrialization happen, that people who get left behind, that they get taken care of. But that I only see in very few very developed countries. Everything else just gonna suffer probably. Yes, I see. The Wolfram Alpha has been around for a while. Well, that stuff just calculates the moths and stuff. A little bit different, but yeah. Sorta. I can do sprites and stuff with that, I see. Like, it's cool. It's a cool technology and stuff. It's really interesting. But, like, yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of people. So the main thing is just we need always to be prepared that everything you do Which for me is like a person who was self-employed all the time and everything. I kind of like already know, and that's the scary part though, because I kind of care about it too much sometimes. So it always kind of, you know, like returns to you, like what if. It was even before. Then last year happened, right? And then February a year ago, I just like, when all your like world just gets, boom, turned completely upside down. And it's just like, bruh. So you have like multiple layers of uncertainty even. You have the uncertainty of what you're doing, uncertainty of where you're living and stuff, you know. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. All right, this one. Oh yeah, that was the Switch production. All right, let's get this first. Assiste USA, huh? The author, yeah. Yeah, people were thinking like the creative industry is not going to be affected whatsoever. Now we also have like the AI streamers and stuff going on too, you know. But considering there is already like so much competition on that market, like that's kind of whatever. Whatever happens, happens. Like it doesn't matter if you get like outshined by XQC or by some AI, who cares? It's just the fact that you got outshined. GDC survey, 53% of devs support unionization efforts. 2023 State of the Industry survey reports that 91% of devs say that toxicity towards studios and players is a problem. Have you or any of your colleagues discussed unionization at your studio or company? And yes, 22, no, 60, don't know, 19%. So I don't know if I discussed anything, bro. No idea. Do you think player toxicity and harassment directed at developers, studios is an issue in the video game industry? Yes, very serious. Yes, it is a serious. Yes, it is a minor issue. No, it isn't an issue. I feel like some of this is kind of like the wording is a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, that's true. But that is true. It is quite an issue. The AI of me. I mean, it wouldn't be really that hard, to be honest. It wouldn't really be hard, even. It wouldn't even be hard. And regarding working conditions, report revealed 62% of game creators have a work week of 40 hours or less. 29% reported that their work week hovered around 36 to 40 hours. Additionally, this year's report said developer interest in blockchain gaming NFTs did not grow. What a twist. Yes, Daniel, yeah. There's a bunch already. There's Force and AI. There was the AI summer, right? I think she's still probably banned for denying Holocaust or something. So yeah, the AI is there. 14% of surveyors said that they were in favor of using blockchain technology in games. Meanwhile, 61% expressed opposition and 25% of developers said they were uncertain or had no opinion. Positive outlook on the games industry's DEI efforts. 59% of game makers felt that their studios were focusing on initiatives a moderate amount and a great deal. Let's see. The AI code meek is incoming, yeah. But I mean, yeah, the AI summary is pretty much just a VTuber, a fully AI. Talking with chat pretty much all the time. Well, there are people who are on moderation effort though, which one clearly slipped though. But yeah. They still can't let it go like completely in the wild, because it's gonna get banned very fast. Even with moderation, it got banned already. Nintendo reportedly planning to increase Switch production in 2023. Platform holders said to be targeting over 19 million units shipped next financial year. Back in November, Nintendo lowered its forecast from 21 million units shipped in the 12 months ending March 30, 2023 to 19 million. However, Bloomberg sources claim Nintendo is on course to hit its original target. Damn son, they're actually gonna make 21. Well, yeah, they have Zelda and stuff coming, so... The controversy, well, with streamers already, a bunch of them getting banned and stuff. But it's just because, you know, what AI says. I think in AI workers' right and stuff, I doubt it. I doubt it. As in, like, yeah, the workers affected by AI rights, I kind of doubt it. I feel like the AI industry development, like, you can see, like, right now, European Commission is discussing the video games as, like, pioneering industry and stuff, right? Which is, like decades old. Like, it's not pioneering whatsoever already. It's, like, it's established, it's huge, it's bigger than, like, movies and everything, right? And they only now, like, talking about it and stuff and, like, doing something. And now imagine how long will it take for them to do something about AI, and AI is developing way faster. Like, by the time they will start some sort of, like, rights, regulations, it's already gonna be, like, overtaken by, like, big corpa gonna be already lobbying who they need to. It's harder in Europe, right? But in the US, they're gonna lobby whoever they need to. And everything is gonna be absolutely under control. The strange rapid crosshair movement, I see. Well, I mean, that's kind of like the... What's the name? Kind of the aimbot in a way. Google laying off 12,000. Search giant says it spent 2 years growing and hired for a different economic reality than the one we face today. But that's the thing. Like, why? That's the problem. Like, as soon as, like, something is a little bit better, they instantly, like, it's like the corporate life, you know. It's like we get something a little bit better, instantly change the 5 years projections, 5 years plans, start hiring, start doing that, start doing this. Like, dude, come on. You just got, like, a few years of growth and everything because of, like, all the, like, lockdowns and stuff. A lot of, like, IT companies and services got huge boosts of you know, users, huge boosts of money, and they already, like, you know, dreaming about everything is being made of gold and stuff, pretty much. And, like, let's act on that instantly, plan everything. I think you... Well, I mean, skepticism is not... Skepticism is not good. Skepticism is not good. That's why it said also, like, in the game design book I was reading, with the... Like, a lot of the problems are because a lot of ideas just, like, not really getting through, just because it's safer to just agree with things, and it's safer just to use the trusty patterns and stuff. And if it's, like, you know, like the leader of the studio or something promoting some ideas, then no one's gonna be arguing with that. Everyone's just gonna be, you know, nodding and, like, yeah, that's a good idea, bro, just because they don't want to get shit on, even though the idea might be trash. And kind of same here. Everyone just wants to show how everything's good. Show those beautiful numbers. Let's hire more people. Big profits. Let's hire more. Let's get some crazy projects going. You know, let's increase the amount of people and everything on some projects. And then as soon as, like, the stonks dip a little bit, it's still not even that huge. It's just, like, the market, like, dipped like 5%, right, or something over the year. And now it's, like, already, like, throwing everyone away faster. Like, all this, like, you know, the YOLO expectation that we're gonna be growing like crazy for, like, next 10 years, and it didn't work. It's time to, like, redo everything and kick everyone out. Get another one. GameSpot and Giant Bomb latest affected in a wave of the media layoffs. Both sides suffer redundancies just 3 months after being acquired by Fandom. There it is, another one. That's the funny part, because the website's gonna get, like, oof, Like, there's already CNET, I think, or something, got called out for using the AI to write articles. So there you go. Like, you're not gonna need any of those, like, quality journalists or anything. Like, there's no, like, almost no investigative journalism anyway. Like, most of the journalism, I mean, even what I do right now, I wouldn't call it journalism whatsoever, because I'm just, like, reading, you know, from a bunch of different sources with a little bit of, like, my takes on that and conversation. That's pretty much what most of them do. They just, like, aggregate info from different sources and then they just rewrite it. No, I mean, that's gonna be what the AI is gonna be doing. You, like, literally just, like, load the feed of multiple sites in AI and it's just gonna rewrite and everything and just shit it out. And you can even teach it to put, like, all the, like, tags and everything and try to boost the search engine optimization. That's what CNET was doing. They just, like, created, like, basically there was, like, a thing back in the day called doorways, right? I mean, it still is. That was, like, the black search engine method, like the black hat method, when you pretty much generate a bunch of content, fill it with the keywords, throw it on Google, and those, like, very, very, like, rare specific keywords that are, like, not competitive, so they're gonna be pumping those websites up top. Some random people are gonna be clicking on those, and then they get redirected to some, like, penis enlargement pills and everything, or some shit. It was, like, garbage conversion rate, it was garbage everything, but you just generate those like crazy, no problems. But Google was already smart, it was detecting a lot of that, and it was filtering a lot of that. But now, Google's smart, but AI is also smart now. Now, you know, Google had the technologies to analyze that, and now everyone got those technologies. So, like, it's basically like the parity of weapons approach, right? Like, Google had superiority, and now everyone else already getting close with all those AI technologies. So now there's going to be a bunch of doorways probably generated by AI, whole websites generated by AI and everything. And probably even legit websites, just replacing some people with a bunch of AIs. Easily. It's going to work with real-time news content. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's just going to be like rewriting stuff. And that's mostly what's going to do. And that's the problem, because it's going to hit the regular. Like, I was working with websites. That's why I kind of quit, though, because you can get hit for something that is not a thing. You can just, like, you made a website with all fully, like we made one with friends back in the day, fully unique. Like, the template was completely unique. Our art used in template was ours. Every screenshot in every article was ours. All the text was ours. There was author text by one of my friends. Like, everything was, like, unique. Everything was handmade. We even, like, took not the regular, like, the WordPress engine. We used Drupal back in the day, like the framework, basically. Like, we tried to make, like, as much unique as possible, that thing, as much distinct from the regular shit size that we were making before, too. They, like, Google just, like, after a month or something, just throw it away. And they never explain why or something, because so you can't play the system, right? They like, oh, your website, like, didn't match the quality parameters. Why? What was wrong? We don't know. A bunch of work down the drain. And that just, like, happens many times. So, like, all your work process was just, like, you know, throw shit at the wall, see what sticks, and then kind of, like, work on that while throwing more shit, because what you're working on might also get, like, might fall from the wall. So I was just like, all right, I'm not participating in this shit. At least with streaming, you know, I do something, I have a chat, I have feedback directly with people, right? Like, I have directly, like, on the screen, financial feedback, sorta, right? Like, everything's good, I'm doing stuff. Something's not good, I get feedback from that, I can change something, I can do something else, or I can just already, all right, fine, it just doesn't work, goodbye, you know. So that's at least more fair way to create content, let's put it that way. And that's going to be also hitting a lot of websites that are legit, because, like, there will be some sort of, like, algorithm that will be defining, oh, this text is written by AI. Oh, it's written by me. No, I mean, you can prove it to Google anyway. Profitable enough for Google? No, they have, like, the algorithms that define which website is, like, generated, which website is, like, trying to, like, abuse the system, play the system to get more, like, visitors and stuff, which website has bad monetization and stuff that they don't approve of. So they have all those. They're, like, it's like the quality of their search engine results. That was the thing, basically. It kind of still is, but now in general, like working on websites is a huge PPA fiesta because you will need to compete with the Google itself because they put their own services in the search engine results, they put ads in results, right? So like your website gonna be somewhere like down there. So like a lot of people working, like my friend was still working for a while in search engine optimization. He's like trading stonks now basically. He might need to return though, but yeah, he said it's pointless nowadays. The best way is just make some like social media page and pump that instead. Well, make a website obviously, so you have some sort of like landing page, right, where you can get all the traffic and stuff, all the subscribers for email and things like this. But like just use other platforms. Search engines are not that good anymore and really hard to work with. Very unpredictable, very competitive, and yeah, very PPA, yeah. Riot Games lays off 46 staff as part of strategic shifts. And another one. League of Legends firm says it made cuts within a few teams to sharpen our focus. So that was, I think they said, yeah, human resources, recruitment, support, and esports divisions. Well, human resources and recruitment, understandable, right? Because they were pumping so many people in their studios, so they needed people who would be on the headhunt duty, right? They would need people who will be like dealing with all the paperwork and stuff in HR. So now that we don't need that many people to hunt, we actually need to remove people. You're gonna be the first who will be removed. Support and esports, I'm not sure, kinda. That's weird. Shifting to what? Homelessness, yeah. Yeah, that's like the scary part too. Like you get thrown out, and what? Like where to go? Like not a lot of studios gonna be hiring now in this economical situation, right? Not sure. Not sure. There are some like places, industries, and everything that are starved for IT stuff, for example, right? If we're talking coders and everything, but that might be like very far away, you know, relocations. Like for example, here right now, market is like very starved. For experienced people. Like there's like everyone went to IT juniors nowadays. Like there's juniors you can just take like 1,000, no problems. There's plenty of them. But someone with experience, there is none. But who the fuck will move here in their right mind? So yeah. As a part of our normal course of our business, we periodically make changes to our structure and our teams based on what we believe will allow us to deliver the best content and experiences for players. Yeah, I don't know how like cutting people will increase the quality. I really doubt it. Yeah, the hiring will be really bad because it's like a lot of people losing their jobs right now. They have a high chances, like, you know, don't find any. Because most likely people being cut are people who kind of like didn't really make like a name for themselves, right? Like, it's not like some sort of like lead designer of something, right? It's like some junior, you know, senior like UI UX designer or something. All right, and where are you gonna go? There's still gonna be a bunch of stuff being made though, at least. Like it's I think it's still in general like IT and the game dev and stuff is still gonna be like growing and pumping. At least what I see, like for example, like the mobile department is still going brr. Even though like, yeah, hard to say. Maybe at some point it's gonna kind of stop a little. But there is some recruitment going, mostly in mobile actually. Like here, for example, is mostly mobile. Like when I was looking into stuff, it was mobile all the time. Casual. With NFTs and blockchain, you know, preferably, like this kind of stuff. And another one, they just don't stop coming. Vox Media is laying off 130 staffers. A media company's redundancies come 6 months after it fired 39 employees across various departments. That was Polygon, I think. Was it? Yeah. Currently unknown if today's firing affect games website Polygon. See, all these people also gone. And like, in my opinion, if you're like some sort of like journalist or reviewer for some website, this is even worse. This is even worse than like game dev and stuff, because like, I mean, it's less flexible. Like if streaming, like for example, if I'm not streaming, then what I'm gonna be doing? At least I kind of have like a little bit of like some technical knowledge with my setups and everything on a very basic level still, right? It's not like the industry level, for example. A little bit of like, you know, kind of like the marketing stuff. I have like the community management experience from my own community and like moderating the LS community for years. But like, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. What you gonna do, huh? Hey, Dabbergoat, hello. How's it going? Become a consultant. Yeah, I guess they only that, yeah. The problem is it's here, though. Like, you're not gonna be here, probably. Or they're gonna find something here, most likely. Most likely. I mean, I tried already. I sent the resume in August, actually. No, in August. September, I got the answer. But yeah, no one's interested in these positions to recruit them from abroad. So yeah. It is not very rainbows, you know, let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. So I'm pretty sure it's in general not the best picture on the market. On the market, the picture is not a very best, sadly. Here. Move this here. Usually a lot of streamers actually like, end up with some like companies that do like marketing and stuff like this, or management for other streamers and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of doable, but it's also, you know, it's just like a very few streamers who make it that way out of a huge amount that is not making it anywhere. So yeah, it's like with journalists, I feel it's even worse because like, yeah, you just like write reviews. Bro, like nowadays, you know, everyone does. Nowadays you go on YouTube and there's like plenty of those writing reviews, and they will be happy to work for food. Like we had that situation years ago, actually, when one of like kind of popular big very old like the review websites for video games here got acquired also by another company. And like the editorial staff, you know, all the journalists, the reviewers, they all like approach the new CEO and stuff with like, you know, the position is like, we are the bosses here, right? We write reviews, like people come here for our content, people know us, right? And they went to the boss and they like asked for money, and I think it was like before 2014 Fiesta. So they asked like around like the editor basically asked for like $8,000 I think per month here, actually, by the way. And the journalists were asking for like $5,000 basically, or something like that. Yeah, around that, like 4,000 maybe bucks. And the CEO just said like, well, get out then. So like, you know, you fired. I'm not gonna pay you that much. And they just recruited like a bunch of people from community basically who were like on the forums and stuff. They just like found people who are like writing a lot, who are around a lot. They just recruit them for like $1,000 maximum, I guess, like 500 to 1,000 range salaries. And they were writing those reviews and articles, and the website was just like keep going just as it was before. And no problems was for them. And those cool journalists that everyone was, you know, coming to that website for their reviews, they made their own website, and they end up in complete ass because like they ended up basically like getting donation button and like living off that, which obviously also wasn't paying $8,000 per month and everything, and like some few like sponsors here and there. And at least they still, I think, alive, kinda. I'm not sure if it's like the same people working. Maybe some people already left, but at least their website is still alive. So, and they still do like donos and stuff and some sponsorships once in a while. And the old website, I think, is also alive, actually. Let me see. Was it? And with a bunch of like regular students and everything just working for food, eh? Yeah, still alive. Still alive, actually. Looks like trash and kind of weird, but yeah, still alive. Kinda, I would say, not in the best spot already, though. You know, now they basically just got the reviews, even free reviews. It's just like a bunch of people making them free content. Just writing reviews themselves, that's it. So now they don't even pay anyone anything. And just some random people writing reviews for them. There we go. The website is not in the best spot though, but yeah, still, that's how it was. A lot of I saw also like one of other websites was looking for people to just like the news, like posting news and stuff, basically just translating from English and reposting on their website, and that also was like $500 or something. So yeah, no one's looking for all those journalists with insane requirements and everything. It's just like a bunch of students or like school guys just making content for food, and they're happy with that because usually they do it for free, and now they at least get food, you know. So that's the problem for journalists. And now with the AI coming, now with all these like cuts and everything, oof, it's not the best time. Unless you're actual journalists. If you do some investigative journalists, but I know only like a few. I guess there's like Jason Schreier, right? Tom Henderson with all the leaks whenever he gets them recently kind of surfaced. Jeff Grubb, I guess, also with a bunch of leaks from somewhere. And I'm not sure. I think that's kind of it. Maybe there's like one or two more. They at least like kind of do some journalism. They get some like, you know, scoops. They get some, you know, some leaks and everything. And most of the stuff is just kind of like just reposting news again and again. Just regurgitating and chewing on the same information. Which, I mean, I also kind of do once a week without pretending to be some sort of crazy journalist for that or something. And I think providing pretty much the same stuff. Even with some conversation on the side, you know, some interactivity, the twist on it. Alright, that seems like it. That seems like it. One sec. Let's see here. Oh yeah, of course, this thing I didn't check. We didn't check this one. Yeah. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, there's not that much really to see here. But still. Yeah, already the AI, yeah. May 2nd already. Very soon. Very soon. Yeah, we'll see what we're gonna get there. We'll see. This could have been Overlord, yeah. Oh, we will see. I still didn't get contact with Paradox yet. Why is this not Hooded Horse? The Hooded Horse is an amazing publisher. But I mean, if Paradox are gonna contact me on that one, I would be down.